Liverpool have lost to Manchester City for the first time since 2003. Man City beat us 4-1. Oh dear, oh dear. That's the title race done. Anyone that thought there was a slight glimmer of hope of getting back into the title picture, it's over. To be honest with you, I'm worried about top four. I really am worried now for top four. Like, there was moments in the game, the last 15 minutes before the second half, the end of the first half, where I thought, you know what? We're controlling the game here, but we just lacked that final ball, that drive that Liverpool usually has. It just wasn't there. For me, Kopish Jones had a decent game, but he's slowing down a lot of our counter-attacks. We just didn't have that extra drive and impetus to just take us into the box and just get a chance. The penalty, Salah took that well as he usually does, never in doubt. I thought, yeah, we can probably get a draw out of this. And then Alisson of all goalkeepers makes those two horrendous cock-ups. Oh my days. And then Foden, it was a world-class goal, to be honest with you. But I'm a bit worried now for the season. I think Klopp dropped some bollocks in that game. He personally should have just brought on one of the new centre-backs and put Henderson into midfield. There's nothing to lose. What have we got to lose? I really fear for our top four hopes now, guys. I don't know where we go from here because the confidence has drained. As soon as Alisson made that mistake, you can see the players' heads dropped, like to say, forget it. We're not going to get back into it. It's just a bridge too far. And it's been the same recurring theme this season. We go down to anything that comes to Anfield. We struggle to get back in the game. I don't know where we go from here.
Wow. Wow. First and foremost, I'd just like to say big up to all the Liverpool family. I'm just going to quickly jump onto this Manchester City game. Gosh. I can see I know you guys might think I'm a little bit crazy in what I'm saying there, but I could always see the bigger picture of us losing against Man City, and that was to stop Manchester United from winning the league, because I can't have that. But, you know, on the Liverpool level, the way we lost was an absolute joke. And I tell you this now, I think we would have got a result, my personal opinion. But for one person, and that person is Alisson. It's as simple as that. We lost the game against Manchester City because of Alisson. And I've seen it in him before against Leicester. I think we won that game. I think it was pretty certain it was last season, and we managed to win that game. But this season, he cost us big time. And I could see it in him because he kicked the ball out, and then he kind of had a chance to redeem himself, got the ball again, and kicked it out again. And we conceded. Absolute mess up. And I said to one of my mates, I says, the type of person is a very arrogant and cocky goalkeeper. It's like, when he does make a mistake, it doesn't faze him. He'll do it again. And within a couple of minutes, he done the same thing again. I don't understand why you would do that. If you make a mistake the first time, just make sure it doesn't happen again. But what I would say to all the Liverpool family is, this season's a complete write-off. We're still the Premier League champions. And next season, we'll just go again. We still can maybe win the Champions League, who knows. All right, but big up everyone. Yep, all right.
Boom! It's your boy Saint from Saint LFC TV. Back for the Kopish man them. You know I had to come through even though I'm hurt. Very, very hurt. But come on, man. Got to show you, man, some love. Boy! That was interesting, innit? We got absolutely piped. You know them? We got piped, innit? Like, we got piped. Boy, I don't know what's going on, innit? Like, my boy Alisson is working for the ops. Let's just say that, innit? Man is a holy man. Do you know what I mean? God-fearing man and that. Baptizing certain man on the team and that. He's playing like an absolute pagan. I don't know what is going on, but he's been doing this. And if you really have been watching this, he's been doing Cruyff turns in the box under pressure and like all sorts of madness, like having the outlet pass there, but double guessing and waiting until the pressure's on man and then having to do some bookie. Bro, now it just all caught up to man, innit? I don't understand what you're doing. It's a shag. Our play generally has been mad, innit? Like, it's like I said, it reminds me of when you're with a girl and that, do you know what I mean? Netflix and chill, you're just chilling. She's there, boom, she starts making a move and that. You're like, yo, okay, all right. She's like, you know, grinding up on you and that. You start touching her up and that. And then all of a sudden you're like, no, you know what? Yo, stop. how's your family? You know, tell me about your mums and that. What is going on? What is this? What is this? Bro, what is our attacking? We're moving with it. No, you know what? Let's just kick it to the side. Let's kick it back. What's going on? You can't tell me about confidence. We just piped West Ham. The play was ridiculous. The types of play was ridiculous. The goals, Tottenham. What are you talking about? Like how Klopp, I love you, and I don't want man to be sitting there talking about Klopp out. You're mad, but you breathe air like everyone else, and you need to look at yourself in it, because what is going on? What's going on? Come on, man. What are you? Why did you get 2 centre backs to just have them there? You had Nat Phillips there, sitting there. How did? No one in the league, like I said in my review, no one in the league, I think personally, passes the ball quicker or better than Man City. You know this in the midfield. They don't have no strikers yet. You don't play someone like a Henderson who'd be able to be combative enough and intelligent enough to be able to get in there. And no, both of our guns that we're coming to the fight with are in our holster, because we're playing both of them in as centre backs. That don't make no sense. And you've got them man there. Oh mate, it's crazy. Listen, NSYNC vibes. Like I said on my channel, our title race is gone.
What's going on, Kopish? Obviously, this is Fabrice from Femi TV, and I know I'm a City fan. I don't know if you guys will even release this, but hey, I respect the channel. I watch the channel. This is the only Liverpool fan channel I watch, and I watch every team's fan channel. This is the only one I watch, so I thought I'll send this because this was a great game. Let's be honest. You guys played very well, especially in the first half. I felt like Liverpool we couldn't get out of our half. You guys pressed us. Mane and Salah pressed us really high, but I think there's something missing about your team, which is obviously because you have Fabinho and Wijnaldum playing in defense. That means that you guys are missing some sort of creativity in the midfield, especially from Fabinho. You know, with Fabinho playing the midfield, he brings something different from the 3 you're currently playing now. And I know Thiago is world class. I've watched him. I play centre mid. I've watched him my whole life since he was in Barcelona. But you can tell Thiago is not. He hasn't gotten used to playing with some of your players. So you can tell there's something missing with that connection between your midfield and the front three. And it just looks like there were a lot of times when you guys carried the ball and Mane and Salah just weren't receiving the passes in the right areas, because other than Trent and maybe Robertson, this game he really didn't create as much, but Trent really created a lot of chances for you guys. And I said in my preview from my channel that Trent is really, when I watch you guys play, he's your biggest creator. But then I also think that Trent is also your biggest weakness, because I'm telling you right now, there were so many times, and I said it before the game, that if you can have Sterling go at Trent the whole game, we're going to have a field day. And you can tell Pep told Sterling the whole game to squad him. And every time Sterling got the ball, he saw Trent, he knew he had a field day. And I didn't realize how shocking Trent was on defense, but I'm telling you, from a City perspective and from an outsider perspective, Trent he is really bad at defending. I didn't realize it was that bad in 1v1s. It's almost like when our first goal, when Sterling did the shimmy and passed him, he almost just stood there. It's like the guy doesn't like defending. So I think that's probably one of your biggest issues. But hey, Gino Wijnaldum, massive player, and I think you guys Liverpool fans need to give him a little bit more respect, because that guy, he controls your tempo, especially on the ball. He's very crucial to the way you guys play. But hey, massive respect to you guys, Drifty, Carl, Matt. Massive love, massive respect. I watch every single video of yours. Keep doing your thing. And cheers, guys.
What's going on, people? Listen, we win the Premier League, we've won the Champions League, but then you don't bring in competition. This is what happens. People start to think that their position's safe, and they start want to make mistakes. They can afford to make mistakes. And this is what happened today. Alisson Klopp, he takes off Jones and brings on Milner. Do you know how deflated that looks? You're at home and you bring on Milner. Oh my days, man. Drifty said it. We gotta keep it $1.50. We have to be realistic. We're done out here, man. How can we win the Premier League and be in this position so fast? I don't care about coronavirus. Oh my days, man. This is dreadful, man. I can't believe what's at Anfield. This is a joke, man. We didn't even deserve that Premier League. That's a joke, man. It's a joke.
This is just unacceptable anymore, lads. This is just getting a joke now. Absolute disgraceful performance. You know, it's just... When I saw I'll start from the start. When I saw that lineup, Fabinho and Henderson back there, Jones, Wijnaldum, Thiago, I knew we lost. Why did you not put Kabak back in there with Fabinho at least, and put Henderson back in midfield with Gini and Thiago? That would have got some creativity. But no, he decides to put Fabinho and Henderson back there. That was an absolute joke. I knew we lost from that point, and we got absolutely annihilated 4-1, lads. And where do we go from here? Forget Champions League. We're still in the Champions League, but we're not going to win it. I know it. How can we win against these big teams like that? You know, we're just gonna, like Klopp said last night, we're just gonna have to focus on the top four, getting into top four. Imagine not finishing out of the top four. Imagine just win the Premier League. The next season you maybe finish fifth and go into Europa League. That would be absolute disastrous. I barely don't want to think about it. You know, Alisson, what was he doing? Blowing off a Karius one-timer. You know, it's just, I just don't. If it was one of them days, I just hope it doesn't happen to him again. You know, I think Trent hasn't been the same. He has not been the same, and you know he has to wake up big time, including the likes of not just that, the whole team overall. Thiago, you know, what's he done so far? I think he's gonna have to get a bit of game time off. You know, he's just been a bit atrocious lately. He's been getting to good areas, but he hasn't been delivering. And the front three, they haven't been scoring again. Forget the penalty. You know, we just haven't been, you know, scoring again. You know, I'm starting to lose my patience here big time. And when I looked at that bench, we just don't have anyone to come on. And those Klopp's decisions were absolutely disgraceful. That's when I lost it. You know, I bring off Curtis Jones. What is that about? What the fuck is that about? I'm hearing my language, but how could he do that? How the heck could he do that? You know, I'm done at this point. You know, who knows where we'll be like away to Leicester. We could lose that. Who knows? You just never know with this team now. It's like it's a top four race now. Just get into top four and then just spend some money in the summer. Refresh this team, please, Liverpool. Anyway, up Kopish. You never walk alone.
Hi, Team Kopish. It's Lerato here from South Africa. I am absolutely devastated. Yeah, no, the league's done. Congratulations to Man City. They deserve it. That's it. The league's done. It was great while it lasted. You know, we won the Champions League and the league back-to-back seasons. It was great while it lasted. But now we're just an ordinary top four team now. Same level as Man United, Chelsea, Leicester. Just a top four side now, and it's absolutely frustrating. Honestly, I'll be shocked if we get top four this season. Our run of form, particularly at home, is frightening. I think it's something that we need to really look at because it's so bad. It is so bad. I am absolutely devastated. Alisson. What the? Okay, Alisson, I love you, but those two mistakes, I don't know what to do with myself. But anyway, like Matt would say, we move. Hopefully we'll get a point in the next game. I don't know. We're just going through the motions at this moment. We're not creating enough opportunities. Salah took his penalty well, but other than that, we didn't create anything in that game. And we embarrassed ourselves in front of the whole world. And yeah, absolutely, yeah, shocking. Team Kopish, love you guys all the way from South Africa. Keep well.
Yo, what's up, Team Kopish? Finn here. First match review. Man City 4, Liverpool 1 at Anfield. Unfortunately for us, I feel like the scoreline was a bit unjustified. First half we played great, obviously. Other than the penalty decision, we played pretty well. Trent was playing well. Jones was playing well. I was gassed for the Scousers in our team, innit? But second half, honestly, I feel like the substitutions killed us. Bringing on Milner and taking off Jones and bringing on Shaqiri for Thiago, I feel like it killed it. Obviously, we needed the tempo in the midfield area. What we could have done is shifted Kabak into centre-back and brought Hendo or Fabs into midfield to control the tempo a bit more, but we didn't really do that. And I feel like the two errors from Alisson made us suffer as well. So, yeah, as I said, scoreline's a bit unjustified. A bit angry about it, actually, because from the first half I was feeling good, you know. Obviously expecting a decent result out of this. I thought, yeah, you know what, actually, the luck's going our way tonight. Strongest lineup I've seen in a while. And the second half, we come out looking fresh, and it just goes to pot, unfortunately. But yeah, who we got next? I think we got Leicester next. Fortunately, we got no Vardy to face, but it's a difficult decision now for Klopp going forwards, because what do you do with the defence? Who needs resting? What shapes the squad in? It's kind of a difficult... We go game by game now just to hit top 4. A couple of weeks ago, we were laughing for the squad we had anyway. But anyway, respect to all of you Liverpool fans going through this with me. Big up to Team Kopish. It's a difficult time, but we move, boys and girls. We move. Anyway, one love.
Klopp right now is in sacking form. I'm not saying that I want him to be sacked, but the form of football that we're currently playing is almost heartbreaking. I was watching the game today. First off, we can't create anything. We can't even counter attack. Early in the game, Edison made a huge mistake, and where the ball ended up was not. The ball ended up back with our centre back. An opponent goalkeeper played the ball to our attack, one of our most attacking players, and immediately after that the ball ended back with our most defensive player. Come on, man, we not create, we not score. Even the substitutions today was basically blatant sabotage. Thiago and Jones were the two most promising players on the...
What's up, Kopish? My review after we've just lost 4-1 to Manchester City at Anfield. We've gone from losing no games at Anfield since April 2017 to losing 3 in a row. That is so unrecognisable to the team that I've been supporting the last few years. And honestly, after 2-1 today, we just capitulated. We just threw it away. Like, Alisson literally gave them that third goal. And there was no belief we could get back into the game after that. The counter-attacks were so slow. We were passing backwards when there was opportunity to go forwards. The defence, the midfield just looked so slow, so poor today. And, I mean, let's not forget they missed a penalty too. You know, this was just a poor performance all round. And this drop-off, this bad form... You know, obviously we can talk about injuries. You know, let's not get it twisted. We do have the best centre-back in the world out injured. But the teams we've been putting out are still good enough to beat Brighton at home, to beat Burnley at home. No games given in the Premier League, but we've lost way more games than we should have. And there's more to it. Whether it's the fatigue building up from 3 years of going at a high level and the drop-off that comes with that, whether it's that many teams have just figured us out. They know how to play against us. We can't break down those low blocks anymore. But this drop-off, if you look at it from the Premier League table, I don't know how far it's going to go before we fix up. Because, all right, we've got Leicester next, and I'm worried about that game. But even if we do win, we're just too inconsistent. We'll go and lose the next 2 then. It's not good enough at the moment. And before we know it, we could be in a much worse position than we think. and I'm very worried about top four at the moment. We need to get the 2 new centre-backs in as soon as possible, fix this mess, and just get top four and get out of this season alive, honestly.
The first half, I thought Man City started off as the better team, and then we sort of grew into it near the end of the first half, creating a few more chances and stuff. But same Thiago got that early yellow card because it kind of he was running around and he wanted to make those challenges, but he didn't want to get booked. And so yeah, he was right to come off at the end and bring Shaqiri on. But Shaqiri didn't really grow into the game much. That's the only problem. Milner came on. I don't think Curtis Jones should have come off. I think Curtis Jones was our best player this game. He was here, there, everywhere, passing, keeping tempo, going, creating chances. That track back on Foden when he was throwing goal. Tsimikas only think really came on just to rest Robbo and give Tsimikas some minutes because the game was done by then. Henderson, we need in midfield. You can tell when he's driving with the ball, he remembers, there's no defenders behind me. I need to make sure that I don't give the ball away. But Fabinho next game at centre-back, I think, because he has that experience. And then either Kabak, Davies or Phillips to partner him and then move Fabinho into the midfield in the future when the others get more minutes.
Team Kopish, what's good? It's your boy Scoop. Watching the game last night, it appeared to me that there are 4 things that are guaranteed in life. Death, taxes, Man City bottoming penalty versus Liverpool, and Liverpool getting spanked at Anfield. It's obvious who to blame. It's Alisson. Have mercy. It's like he regrets into prime Karius with those stupid passes. I should tear him a new one. I want to tear him a new one. But I'll let it slide just this one time because the problems are deeper than Alisson. And it's just one match. We've been crap since West Brom. And that was towards the end of December. If I'm going to criticise anyone, I'm going to criticise the attack as a collective. Because we aren't even scoring goals to give ourselves a chance of winning matches. Now, Gary Neville said on commentary that with Thiago when he's in the side, we make about 65 more passes than when he's not in the team. But I don't even think Thiago's the issue. I don't think he's playing great, but I don't think he's the main issue. Because he didn't play versus West Brom. And he was our best player in a 10-minute cameo versus Newcastle. Collectively, the attack hasn't been good enough this season. Now, I know we aren't creating many chances. But the small amount of chances we do create, we aren't burying them. Mane needs to score that header. Just like Salah, the game before, was it Brighton? Yeah, just like Salah in the Brighton game, he needs to score those 2 chances. Think about it. Ronaldo, he doesn't need 4 to 5 chances to score 1 goal. Neither does Aguero, Messi, Kane, Suarez, Benzema, Son. Even at that, with other teams, it's like their attackers can create chances for themselves if the attack is if the team is out of sync. I'm thinking of the likes of Messi, Mbappe, Neymar, even Kane. That's why I've always maintained that I rated Salah when he played for Liverpool. Sorry, I rated Suarez when he played for Liverpool far ahead of Salah. And I think that's why in the summer, we need to think about getting more technical players. You know, the type that can nutmeg a mermaid in a phone booth. Edwards, holler at Grealish. And if it needs to happen, hey man, that Mbappe for Salah switch, I'm all for it. Kopish, it's been a pleasure. I hate that, my first viewer review had to be reviewing such a crap match. But to be honest with you, we've been terrible for a while. So I know my appearance on this has been long overdue. Your boy Scoop, out.
What's good, Team Kopish? Liverpool have just lost 4-1 at home to Man City. And therefore, we've now lost 3 home games on the bounce. Which is actually unheard of from this Liverpool team. All I have to say really is it's a total disgrace, to be honest. Losing to Man City 4-1, losing to Burnley 1-0, losing to Brighton 1-0. It's just not good enough. But as we know, this team has been hampered with injuries, but it's just very frustrating seeing some of the football being played. Some of the backup players are just not good enough, and it's very disheartening to see Liverpool lose games of football. Some people are saying clap out, which is just ridiculous. I'll always be clapping no matter what we do in the league. But I am getting fed up of his excuses. Some of his excuses saying the pitch was dry. He said today that Alisson's feet was cold. I mean, is he taking the piss? Like, is he actually having a laugh? Alisson's feet was cold. I mean, like, gee, that is just
That's not what I want to hear from Jurgen Klopp. That's really not what I want to hear right now. But yeah, in the first half it was even enough. It was like a chess game, and even when it was 1-1, you know, we looked like we were going to win the game, to be honest with you. But then Alisson Becker, you know, he's a world-class goalkeeper. He's done so much good for us, and he messes up 3 mistakes in 2 minutes. He gives the ball away. We get away with it. He gives it away again, and they score. They score the second goal, and then they get the third one, another mistake. Robertson and Trent were awful today for the goals. I mean, some of the defending today was just awful. No other way to describe it. It was absolutely shocking, and this is not what I expected from Liverpool. Alexander-Arnold got done by Sterling. Robertson on that goal by Phil Foden, and especially Alisson. It was just shocking defending. But yeah, the only positive we can take is, you know, we matched City for 55-60 minutes, and that's about it. But I'm really fed up with this Liverpool team, to be honest with you. And yeah, some of the recent results have not been good enough. And let's face it, we're in a battle for the top 4, which is not guaranteed at all, by the way. But in my opinion, it's all about the Champions League run. I mean, if this team somehow wins the Champions League, I will be absolutely gobsmacked. I can literally bet on anything we won't win the Champions League. But all I can do is hope, and we've Leipzig coming up soon, and hopefully we can get a good run of that and make top 4. But that's all I hope for the rest of the season. Hopefully we get all our injuries back next season and we can go again, because the title is over after this game. It probably was after the Brighton game, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'm just sick and tired of some of these results lately. Maybe I'm being too harsh. I mean, we've been unbelievable for a few seasons now, but it's just like, I think the steam has gone. It's just hard to watch the capitulation of Liverpool. But yeah, I mean, it could be worse. I mean, we could be Arsenal right now. So yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean? It could be worse, but yeah, I'm just not bothered about today's game. Man City, they outplayed us in the second half. Absolutely deserved to win today, and we did not deserve anything from this game of football, and we got exactly what we deserved, and that's all I have to say about the game. So yeah, peace out.
Yes, Kopish, Matt Callum Drifty, hope you guys are well. It's going to be a short video. Probably going to leave it to you guys to dissect our problems at length in the Monday night live stream. You know, obviously the signs are there. It's clear we're on a bad form. We're not performing well. No one is performing well. The City game, they humbled us 4-1 at Anfield, is very tough to take. It very much stings. However, I pretty much felt worse when we drew to West Brom. I pretty much felt worse when we drew to Newcastle, when we drew to Fulham. I felt worse when we drew to Brighton away and lost to Brighton at home and lost to Burnley at home. Definitely felt worse then. The City game, their levels above us, and that right now, they weren't above us last season. We pretty much leveled the season before, and the season before that, yeah, they were above us. So, is this going to last? Probably not. You know, it's not good right now, but maybe in a year's time we're going to be back on it. We're going to be vying for that league title again, and you've got to have confidence. You've got to have the faith. You've got to show the support, and you've got to believe in the manager. You've got to believe in the team that they're going to bounce back. And obviously, you know, it's not as simple as that. Stuff needs to happen. There needs to be changes in certain areas, in terms of how we're playing, in terms of our system, in terms of our tactics, in terms of how we perform it, you know, against, you know, each individual team. And then obviously we need to make some signings. Maybe we need to adjust the team squad as well in terms of departures. But I think the most important thing right now, you know, we can discuss at length the problems of our team, but you know, the most important thing right now is that the staff, the manager, the players, everyone associated with the club feels the support, feels the love, feels the faith of the fans, because there is no point, and it's totally unreasonable to throw any player under the bus. They've given us everything for the last few seasons. They always give us everything. And yeah, you can be critical, and yes, you can question, and yes, you can ponder as to why this is happening, and yeah, during the game you can be an emotional wreck, and that's perfectly reasonable as a fan. But at the end of the day, the most important thing now, that the game is finished, and that we know the situation we're in, regardless of the circumstances that have put us in that situation, you've got to show the support, love, faith, and trust in the team. That's what has to happen. And then come the end of the season, then big decisions have to happen, you know, in terms of players, in terms of who we bring in. But, you know, if you don't believe that Klopp can get us out of this mess, then I can't agree with that, because Klopp is an elite manager. He's so experienced. He's the best thing that's happened to Liverpool for a long time. Got to trust him 100%. And yeah, of course, some of his decisions have been quite weird this season. And yeah, probably he knows full well that he's probably made a few mistakes. I mean, he's not a stupid guy. He's a very, very clever man. So yeah, trust it. Trust. We're going to do well. We're going to get this top 4. It's tough competition. And yeah, it's not all said and done. You know, we're not guaranteed top 4 by any stretch. I don't think we were guaranteed. As soon as we drew to Brighton away, when Welbeck had the penalty and Pascal Gross scored it, I thought this is the signs are there. It's not going to be an easy season, and we're now, you know, middle of February almost. We know where we are. So yeah, up the Reds, keep the support, keep the love. Big up the Kopish, big up the Kopish family, big up the team, big up Liverpool, big up manager Jurgen Klopp. Come on, the boys, top 4 is on. Come on, the Reds, we can do this.
Hello, this is my first fan match reaction for Kopish. Liverpool 1, Man City 4, and I watched you guys talk after the game, and Drifty asked about like who's to blame for this, and I can come here and go mad because that was I did. I was like shouting at my boyfriend. I was like, I was so angry, and then I watched you guys, and then I calm a bit down. And I know you guys want this video short, but I just wanted to try to answer that from my perspective. And yeah, I'm going to make this as short as possible because now I'm calm down and I'm trying to get, yeah. The first for me is the board and the whole team who decide not to sign a center half when Lovren went. If you look like at who's most available beside Van Dijk, I guess like Lovren, like who's most about injuries. I guess Lovren has the lowest injury percent out of all of them. But Lovren, Matip, and Gomez, they are all injury prone. But Lovren played a lot of games for us last year and the year before, like since he has came with Gomez and Matip, because those two are injury prone. If you see, we saw the blueprint of how not to do this at on Man City last year. And you see, but the difference is, Man City, they had bad players. That's why they played Fernandinho in the defense. They had bad players, but we have injury-prone players. So not signing a new centre-half is crazy. Injury-prone, bad players. Do you see the difference? Bad players, they can come if you are like, this shit is sinking, we just need somebody. But injury motherfucking pro players, they are out. We don't have them, bro. They are, hello, shouting, where are you? I'm with Daniel Sturridge and just chilling with injuries. Bro, nah. So that's the first. That's the first big thing. And the second, area, we don't have no area track. I cannot run for shit. Shaqiri, I promise you, if me and Shaqiri were running, we will run at the same speed. I'm fast. I'm a fast person. I'm fast. That man ain't fast. I can run around him 2 times. I promise you. Like, come outside, Shaqiri. Come outside. So using Shaqiri in a 4-3 doesn't make any sense. You have to use him in the like creative role. Change it. Play 4-2-3-1. Yeah. Just I think, yeah. Just like play 2 6s, play a 10, play at 10, play somebody, like packed the midfield. Just pack it. Sometimes take out Mane. Sometimes take out Salah. Sometimes just play more creative players. Sometimes just play players who can shoot. Like, why isn't Ox coming and playing? Like, he's somebody who can shoot. He's somebody who can hold the ball. Like, you have to try to change something. Oh God, how I miss Naby Keita. He's one of the players who can, like in the energy based, he breaks play and we start. And when you don't have Henderson, we don't have Naby Keita, we don't have anybody who's breaking the play. But Klopp, you have players to pack the midfield with creativity. Shaqiri, creative. Bobby, creative. Who else? Thiago, creative. So pack the midfield with creative players and let like the ball go 1, 2, 3. Mane, like, oh my God, if we were, it's like, it was up to Mane to save our life by holding the ball and getting with a good touch. I promise you, this wall will go down. This man's touch is so heavy. People are laughing at Lukaku, bro. Nah, Mane's touch and Mane's season has been awful. Why? Do something else. He's tired. And football is won and played in your head. In your head. You win games in your head. The confidence of those players is so low. It's so low. So go back to what Champions League, when we bombed up Barcelona. Who saved us? The bench. Not because this man respected the bench, because they just stepped up. They stepped up, but he has disrespect bench players, not involving them in the team. Why you play Jota in a non-game? It's crazy. It's crazy, Klopp. It's absolutely crazy. Why, bro? And then after that, the first thing you should have done, you should have gone to the bench. You should have gone to Origi. Origi, you are in. I wanted to sell you, blah, 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 but you are in. I will use you 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and I will use you in the cups. He hasn't not done that. And because Origi is something different. What are we doing now? Crosses. To who? To who? In the sky is like, midget. Who are we crossing to? Nobody, rude boy. Nobody, bro. Nah, allow it. Use the only player who can have the ball. Like, because of his height. So, you are disrespecting players. And then, okay, when you play, you should play Fantastics for 10 minutes. Nah, we cannot do that. And also the tactics. Jürgen, please, change it. Use players like Origi. Use players, like using Shaqiri in a 4-3-3. It's like using me. I cannot run for shit. Shaqiri, I promise you, if me and Shaqiri were running, we will run at the same speed. I'm fast. I'm a fast person. I'm fast. That man ain't fast. I can run around him 2 times. I promise you. Like, come outside, Shaqiri. Come outside. So, using Shaqiri in a 4-3 doesn't make any sense. You have to use him in the creative, injury-prone, bad players. Do you see the difference? Bad players, they can come if you are like, this shit is sinking, we just need somebody. But injured motherfucking pro players, they are out. We don't have them, bro. They are, hello, shouting, where are you? I'm with Dana Sturridge and just chilling with injuries. Bro, nah. So that's the first. That's the first big thing. And the second, we don't have no area threat. Before, when team was like parking the bus, what did we do? We could score, Van Dijk, boom. Like now, people like looking at us like we are midgets because we don't have any area threat. And so the second one is like the aura, like we are like Liverpool are going to score. It's gone. Van Dijk gone. And also the pre-season. We are the most energy-based team in the league. Before it was us and Tottenham because of Pochettino, the way he played. But now it's us. We lack energy now because we have to compensate all, like, you have to play there, you have to play there, and we don't have any preseason, and we didn't have any preseason, so that will fuck us up. And the injuries, it is a big part. When this season is over, we are going to laugh, and when we see all the injuries, bro, we are like, how the fuck did this happen to us? Nah, that's a lie. So that's also, but the most important thing we can do, because the first domino effect of not signing, that's the first big problem. That's where the board and Jurgen Klopp and the team fucked up. The second place there, because the area shit and nothing, that's we not having Van Dijk and the injuries. But this second thing is the game management, the game tactics, the using of the squad. Jurgen has so many seasons, like, oh my god, he has disrespect the bench. Just look at it. I'm trying to make this video very short, but look at this. In your head, you win games in your head. The confidence of those players is so low. It's so low. So go back to what we are good at. Go back to play high energy football. Go back to just, okay, people are playing like blocks. What do? Packed the midfield with creative players. Do something else, because not what we are doing is like passing the ball to nowhere or hoofing up to nowhere. Like, I know we don't train a lot, but you have to try to do something else. I know this video is hella long, and I'm sorry, but those are my thing. Those are my thing. Please, Jurgen, just try to do something else. Use the bench. Use the tactical players. Don't be afraid to take Mane, Salah out, Bobby out. Just use your bench. Use where you are good at. And sometimes just go back to the basis, bro. Go back to the basis. And I'm sorry this video is so long. You don't need to use it. I just need to say all of those things. And when I got talking, I'm like, Drifty, I just talk. Bye.